Hello YouTubers, Arthmael here with a build video for the Zuni set, in particular focusing obviously on all my fetish damage, my little army of the dead as I call them. Just have a quick look at some of the gear I'm using. Go through each item, they sort of complement each other, and then obviously the skills sort of help each other out too. So the main set obviously is the Zuni set, so I've got the Mojo with actually came as an ancient with some pretty decent rolls on it. As you can see from the set bonus, so your 2 set is your fetish army, lasts until they die. Your 4 set is you and your pets take 2% less damage for every fetish you have alive. Generally I have about 23, I think it is, alive. And then the 6 set bonus is enemies hit by your mana spenders take 275% more damage from your pets for 4 seconds. So have a look at the other pieces. I've got the Zuni boots, which are pretty much trying to stick around life and the ability to stay alive. So it's pretty much just intelligence, vitality, armor, and life regen. The pants, which we've gone with intelligence, vitality, and resist all. Also nice we've got life after kill on these particular ones. The Zuni chest, which is intelligence, vitality, life regen again, and then the Zuni ring, which on this one I've got intelligence, vitality, and I've actually re-rolled with attack speed, mainly because we want to be having our fetishes hit as much as often. To complement the set, we've also got Tasker and Theos, so these increase the attack speed of your pets by up to 50%, and I was lucky enough to get 49. The helm, which is the Mask of Jaram, where your pets deal a certain percent more damage. You can have up to 100. I've got one that's on 100%, but its stats aren't as good as this one, which has a 90% more damage rate. The shoulder piece, I'm just going with the best one I found for the moment, which is a part of the Jade set. For the amulet, I'm actually using the S of Johan. This is to complement with the legendary gem that you can see in there, Bane of the Trapped. It has a chance on hit to pull enemies towards your target and slow them by 80%, and then the Bane of Trapped obviously has increased damage for those under control and pairing effects. For the braces, I'm using strong arm braces, which I found a fairly decent ancient one. I've re-rolled it so it has physical skills damage, mainly because my fetish army does the physical damage, and enemies hit by knockback suffer 26% more damage, and I'm actually utilizing Piranha's Wave of Mutilation for that part, which we'll have a look at the skills shortly. For the belt, I'm using a witching arrow that I found that seems to have some fairly good stats considering it's not ancient. Intelligence, resist all, attack speed, and then the critical hit damage again. Of course, it's teamed up with the Ring of Grandeur, which I've got intelligence, vitality, and attack speed, and I've actually got the legendary gem Zai Stone of Vengeance in this one, so that I try and keep my distance and that my pets are up front and they're actually doing all the damage. In my Zuni's ring, I've actually got the Enforcer, so that increases the damage of your pets by 25.2%, and your pets take 25% less damage. It's only currently rank 34. Like, none of this gear is top of the line ultimate, and I really need to work on my legendary gems, but this is what I'm working with so far. And my most prized position at the moment is my ancient Starmetal Kukri. Not bad stats. I've been trying to re-roll the damage to get 10%, but it seems to be a constant re-roll after re-roll, and I just can't hit that 10, so I went 9% damage. And of course, the benefit for the Starmetal Kukri is reduces the cooldown of Fetish Army and your big bad voodoo. So I'll have a look at the skills and how they work with it. So I'm actually using Corpse Spiders, Medusa Spiders, which slow enemies, and that's working obviously in conjunction with Bane of the Trap gem. My Piranha's Wave of Mutilation. So this is my primary resource spender that helps increase the damage of the fetishes via the Zuni set. It also is pretty awesome in the way that it deals 475% weapon damage, and that enemies also take 15% increased damage. Big Bad Voodoo. Now this one's one that everyone changes up a lot, but I actually use the Ghost Trance one so that I actually get healed and all our allies get healed. I find that this particular build for T6 rifts in particular, my damage output is fine. It's just trying to keep myself alive if I get into any sticky situations. Again, this cools down pretty quickly with the combination of the Starmetal Kukri and my passive skill for Grave Injustice. Staple skill Spirit Walk with Jaunt. I'm using Summon Zombie Dogs with Lifelink just for that extra life boost and hope that I don't end up dying. I just want to stay alive as long as possible. And then of course my Fetish Army, Legion of Daggers. So these are the physical base skills, and that's where the physical damage comes in. Passive skills, I'm using Zombie Handler at the moment just to increase the life of myself and my zombie dogs. Pierce the Veil, so that all our damage is increased by 20% and our mana costs are increased, but not that we use a lot of mana. Grave Injustice to reduce our cooldowns, and Fetish Sycophants to generate more of our little fetish army of the dead. Have a quick look at my Paragon points. So we'll start at core. It's pretty much all in intelligence, but I do like to keep my movement speed up to 25% just for mobility and getting around. Offense, I've gone with obviously critical hit damage and chance first, then attack speed and cooldown reduction last. I find I don't need that extra cooldown, particularly using the Starmetal Kukri. Defense, we've gone with life, armor, resist all, and then life regen. And in utility, we've actually gone with area damage first, then life on hit, resource cost reduction, not that we really use it, and gold fine, not that that's a big deal for me either. So we've started a rift. We'll go for a quick run through and see what you think. And yeah, please let me know in the comments and details if you've got any ideas or ways to improve it, or yeah, just let me know how you think it goes in general altogether. This is only for T6 rifts. I haven't really been able to get into greater rifts as of yet. I'm really looking to find a clan that I can join, and of other Diablo enthusiasts that really want to have a go and get in there. So as you can see, for pretty much I drop my... we've got a Malevolent Tormentor that's going to jump around on us. Pretty much drop my the legendary is distracting me, sorry. Pretty much drop my Big Bad Voodoo and then hit them with the Wave of Mutilation while my little guys just get in there afterwards and do all the damage. So I'll do a bit of a quick run round, see how quickly we can get to the Rift Guardian. And because of my Grave Injustice, the cooldown for my Wave of Mutilation is pretty much instant if I've got a group in front of me of 3 or 4 people. It doesn't take long for them to recharge that particular skill. And that's what I'll call on a lot. You'll see that's probably doing the most damage linked with my fetishes. So I'll drop my Voodoo just to keep the health going. Sometimes I don't need it at all, but it's a good little backup. So we'll go down this way. Hit with our Wall of Mutilation, or a Wave of Mutilation, and you can see like that was an elite pack that's pretty much gone already. Still getting used to the build, so probably I'm not using the skills to their best advantage straight away, but it's definitely one that I'm really enjoying as well. If you've seen some of my other build videos, I just like to try out a bit of diversity. I know that a lot of people obviously use the Zuni set because it's one of the newer ones, and those that are Witch Doctor fans find it one of the better setups to use, even better than Jade sometimes now. But this is my little take on it, I suppose. I'm not a big fan of this map. I find that there's too many bodies and things to check. I'm one of those people that has to check everything, but we won't do that this time. We want to just get to the Rift Guardian and see how long he lasts. So we'll go with our Big Bad Voodoo, Wave of Mutilation, and then our guys just get in there and kill everything. So you can pretty much see I'm constantly just doing the wave of mutilation one after the other when I've got the opportunity to just kill off any groups that are around us. Let's see how many more of these we can take on before the Rift Guardian show up. So I've got a champion pack, or a couple of champion packs here. I'll stay in the big bad voodoo because it'll just heal me continuously. Put out another one just for the value. Let's see if we can head this way, see if there's a better batch. I'm going to try and get as many around us as we can, obviously. You can see there the amulet was kicking in and just sort of sucked everyone in. That also helps with the Bane of the Trapped. Extra damage that we're getting on all the baddies. I've got another set of elites here. They don't last very long. And I've got a legendary, awesome. And another legendary. Doing alright this run. So another set of champions here. They won't last long at all. I'll just get out of their way so I don't run into their ice damage. And then we've got our Rift Guardian, so we'll drop my little army of the dead will come in here and just finish her off. And just like that, pretty quick. We'll pick up our blood shards and a couple of items. So that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, this is my Zuni build so far. I'm obviously going to make some more changes to it when I get some better items. I think it works quite effectively. Again, it's really just for T6. I haven't had the opportunity to try it in a greater rift, but as soon as I can, I'll try and put a video up. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.